Okay, let's jump in. Welcome to the deep dive. This is where you share your source material, articles, notes, whatever you've got, and we dive in.
Yep, we sift through it all with you, pull out the key stuff, the insights, maybe some surprises along the way.
Exactly. And today, we're looking at NFPrompt.NFP. You sent over some pretty detailed info on it. It's pitched as an AI-driven platform for Web3 creators.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack that. What is NFPrompt, really? What are its main parts? How does the token work? What's its history? Where is it headed? All based on the material you gave us.
And what caught my eye straight away, looking through this,
Yeah.
is this blend, AI, creativity, Web3 stuff,
Mm-hmm.
all mixed together. The material suggests it could really change how people not just make digital art and content, but how they actually, well, sell it and profit from it. Sounds potentially quite new.
Yeah, and how it frames itself is interesting. It calls itself an AI-powered entry point to Web3, and it's aimed at Leader X creators, basically people new to making stuff in the Web3 world.
Right, this AI-driven user-generated content platform, UGC, for Web3. It's trying to be that kind of all-in-one place. AI tools, social side, and crucially, ways to commercialize.
Exactly. The big promise seems to be letting users create, own, socialize, and earn upon their imagination. The goal, laid out pretty clearly, is making Web3 creation easy, fun, and rewarding using AI.
Okay, so that's the high-level vision. How does it actually work? What are the nuts and bolts, the core components?
Well, the material points to a few key areas. The absolute center is the AI-empowered creation. And it's not just one thing. It mentions 5 different AI tools. We're talking images, videos, profile pics, even music.
5 tools, okay.
Yeah, the idea being to make creating NFTs really effortless and accessible, as they put it.
Makes sense. Make it easy to create. But then you need people to see it, right? That's
Yeah.
where the creator community part comes in.
Exactly. That's the social layer. It's a place to find AI art, obviously, but also for creators and influencers to connect with their audience, share exclusive stuff, build that community vibe.
All right, build the buzz. And if you can make stuff and gather people, you need a place to trade it.
Precisely. So you've got the AI NFT marketplace. The info clarifies that NFTs made on the platform. You can buy and sell them right there. And it specifically mentions support for BNB chain and OPI BNB.
Got it. Creation, community, marketplace.
Yeah.
Covers the basics.
Yeah.
But then there's this other thing mentioned, theme creation contests. What's that about?
Yeah, that's quite clever, actually. It's how they bring in outside demand. Brands or other projects can sponsor contests, ask users to create content around a theme.
Ah, okay. Like branded content challenges.
Kind of, yeah. The material says it gives the brands exposure, and users get incentivized because the brands pay marketing fees, which become prize money. It connects user creativity directly to, well, paying clients.
That's a neat loop. User creation, brand needs, incentives. Makes
Exactly.
sense. Now, holding this whole thing together, you mentioned the NFP token. What does the material say it actually does?
Okay, the NFP token. It's native to NFPrompt, and yeah, it seems to be everywhere in the system. First off, staking. Users can stake NFP, and they get a cut of the platform fees.
Okay, passive income potential.
Right. And staking also gives you votes. You can use those votes to back certain artworks or participate in contests, maybe win rewards yourself. So it connects holding the token to earning and having influence.
Influence and earning. What about actually using the platform, like day to day?
Payment is a big one. You actually spend NFP to use the AI tools to make the NFTs, the images, videos, music, all that.
So creation costs NFP.
Yes. And also, those brands running the theme contests, they pay the platform in NFP to set those up. So it's the currency for creating and for businesses using the platform.
And those contests, you said there was another token angle to make them more attractive.
Yeah, campaign matching rewards. The platform itself throws in extra NFP tokens into the prize pools on top of what the sponsors pay.
Ah, sweetening the pot.
Exactly. The idea, according to the material, is just to boost the rewards, get more people involved in those contests, uses the token to drive engagement.
Okay. And looping back to the social side, does the token play a role there?
It does, or at least it's planned to, with the SocialFi features. Influencers can use NFP for something called signature collections. Seems like a way to monetize their status. And they can spend NFP to boost their content, get more eyes on it within the community.
Right, so paying for reach. And looking further out, what about governance?
That's mentioned too. It's pegged as a future thing, but the plan is for NFP holders to eventually get a say in how the platform is run, its future direction.
So, wow, okay, the token's really integrated. Staking, paying for creation, funding contests, social features, governance. It touches pretty much everything. The sources also gave that snapshot, right? From December 2023.
Yeah, December 19th, 2023, to be specific, gives context for its launch phase. The token name is NFP, type is BEP20, so it's on the BNB chain.
And the total amount?
Total and maximum supply is capped at 1 billion NFP. And at listing, the initial circulating supply was around 250 million NFP, so about 25% of the total.
Okay, 1 billion total, 250 million starting out. And didn't it mention Binance Launch Pool?
It did. Specifically, 110 million NFP, which is 11% of the total, was allocated for the Binance Launch Pool. And that was set to start December 20th, 2023. Just gives you a clearer picture of how it kicked off.
Right, helpful context. Okay, let's switch to the journey, the roadmap stuff in the material. What were the big steps leading up to the end of 2023?
Looking back at 2023, things seemed to move fast. Q2 2023 was about getting off the ground, finishing the testnet, launching the mainnet, and putting out that first AI tool, the text-to-image one.
And Q3 looks like it was pretty significant. Validation, new tools.
Definitely. In Q3 2023, they launched the theme campaigns we talked about. Big validation points were getting highlighted by Binance during their anniversary event, Binance Turn 6, and being picked for the Binance Labs Incubation Program, Season 6.
That's some serious backing.
For sure. And they kept adding the PFP tool and the text-to-video tool in Q3 as well.
Expanding the creative options. What about Q4 2023? What happened then?
Q4 2023 seems like a mix of ecosystem growth and key tech upgrades. They hit the top 3 in BNB chain dApps rankings, which is notable, and they launched the text-to-music tool, kind of rounding out that initial set of AI features.
And the tech upgrades you mentioned, that sounds important.
Absolutely. This is where the material highlights integrating with the API BNB mainnet and also Binance's Greenfield for storage, and it spells out the impact. A 95% cut in user gas fees on API BNB.
95%. Wow.
Yeah, and using Greenfield meant decentralized storage for the blockchain data. That 95% fee reduction is, well, it's huge for making it usable day to day.
Totally. Gas fees can be a real barrier.
Right.
So making it that much cheaper is a big deal. They also launched an AI NFT collection launchpad in Q4. Another feature layer.
Yep, adding more ways for creators to potentially launch bigger projects. Now, looking forward from there based on the roadmap provided.
Right. What was the plan for the rest of 2023 and into 2024?
For the remainder of Q4 2023, the focus was rolling out those SocialFi features, the influencer stuff, signature collections, pushing more campaigns onto AllBNB to use those low fees, and getting the staking system fully operational.
Makes sense. Betting in the recent changes. And then 2024.
Q1 2024 plans looked ambitious, setting up an NFP Creator Foundation to actively push commercialization, maybe even buying popular NFTs chosen by the community.
Interesting. Actively participating in their own market.
Seems like it. Also, big partnership pushes planned with other AI companies, maybe Web2 brands too, trying to bridge worlds. Plus, more advanced AI tools, maybe some paid tiers, and an official NFT collection linked to platform rights.
So leveling up the tech and expanding reach. What about Q2?
Q2 2024 roadmap mentioned 2 main things. First, an NFT AI foundation aimed at contributing to generative AI research itself. Second, expansion into emerging markets focusing on easier onboarding and mobile experience. Suggests a push for wider adoption.
Okay, so it's a clear progression, isn't it? Build the core AI tools, fix the usability problems like gas fees with things like API BNB, then scale out with foundations, partnerships, better tech, and reaching new users. It's not just a tool, it's building an entire ecosystem.
Exactly. You see the strategy. Use AI to get people creating easily in Web3, then add the community, the marketplace, the contests for making money, and fix the infrastructure headaches like fees.
Which brings us back to you, listening to this. Based on this material, why should you pay attention to something like NFPrompt?
Well, what the sources describe is a serious attempt to crack a big Web3 problem, making it easy for anyone to create and own digital stuff. Using AI is the hook to lower that barrier.
Right.
And it's the combination that's interesting, the AI tools, the community features, the marketplace that works, and how the NFP token ties it all together. It gives people different ways to get involved, create, and maybe actually earn something.
Yeah, it's that tight integration, easy AI creation, hooked directly into ways to sell it, ways to connect, all fueled by the token, trying to be a one-stop shop where the tools in the market live together.
And maybe the thought to leave you with, based on all this, is how might platforms like this shape things going forward? Platforms that really nail this blend of AI generation, direct ways to commercialize, community, token incentives, Could this be the future model for online creativity and digital ownership?
Definitely something to think about. A potentially powerful model. And if you do want to dig deeper yourself, the material you shared had links there: Twitter, Medium, Discord, Telegram, the website, all the usual places.
So that wraps up our dive into the NFPrompt material you sent over.
Yeah, hopefully they give you a much clearer sense of what it is, what it does, and where it's trying to go based directly on those sources.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
We'll catch you on the next one.